Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and tonight you're watching me on Bowdabra, which means, as always, it's 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday. So in case you didn't know, if you're new here, every Monday at 7 Eastern we are live. So tonight behind the camera, which has been the last 3-4 months easily, is Alex. So as you guys come in, as always, be sure to say hi to Alex and thank her for recording tonight. We're going to be using strictly Sam's Club ribbon again. I know lots of you guys were able to find it over the last week or so, and if you've been to your Sam's and it hasn't been put on the shelves yet, just give it time. They all get the same stuff, and it's just a matter of when you guys get your deliveries in. So we're going to be using both of our Bowdabras. We have the large Bowdabra to the right of me, and while I talk about this, I'm also going to share this video to Nick's Seasonal Decor as well. Ooh, the quality looks great tonight. Let me know if you guys can see us and hear us okay. It looks really good on my end. And then to the left of me, or the right of you, we have the mini Bowdabra, which is also really cute. This mini Bowdabra works great for smaller, finer detailed bows, non-wired bows, bows for wine bottles, bows for bow ties, anything of that smaller nature. Although, it seems like each week we do design a pretty full-size bow. Wouldn't you agree, Al?
I'd say so, yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, we create pretty decent-sized bows using it. So, hey Kathy, hi Edna, welcome you guys. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. I forgot.
Hi everyone, happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, me and Alex are working all day today, so you guys are our Valentine, right? So we have this 100-yard spool of wire. This comes in either gold or silver, and we're going to be using the gold tonight. So you can purchase all of your products through our affiliate link down below in the comments section. We are going to start with the length of our wire, and this wire is very thin. And when I first got it in, I was a little bit weary of using it. You know, sometimes out there's products that are made that are made for a specific purpose, and they kind of fail to do so, right? Sometimes you're able to find products that aren't even made for that sole purpose that work 10 times better. That is not the case for this wire. This wire really surprised me because it's very durable and very strong. So we're going to take that length of wire, place it into the slit on top of the Bowdabra. You see that up there? And what I typically do is I typically just take those wires and place them underneath. It gets them out of the way and keeps, my hands from grabbing onto them and pulling them out. So we're going to do, since today's Valentine's Day, we're going to do a bow that works for Valentine's Day, 4th of July. It works for Memorial Day. It works for 4th of July. It works for, I think I already said 4th of July. Yeah, it works for Christmas. It works for summer, watermelon, ladybug themed, anything.
Hi Lynn, hi Pamela, we have Teresa, hi Sue.
Welcome you guys. So don't forget, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon tonight. All you have to do is just comment down below that you would like to win, and they would be choosing one lucky winner towards the end of this video. So I cut a length of tails. Before we do anything, I'm just going to take those tails, place one on top of one another like so, fold in half, and cut from the middle out towards the wired edge at an angle to reveal what, Al? What is this?
Dovetail.
A dovetail, that's right. And that just adds a professional touch to the ends of your ribbons. Whether you're a designer and selling your designs, or if you're just doing this for friends and family or your own home, you want to do it as professionally as possible and as beautiful as possible. So always dovetail those tails. Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Pam.
Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to take the end of our ribbon. I flipped it upside down. So this is a prime ribbon to show you guys exactly what the heck I'm talking about 90% of the time. You guys often see me pinch and twist and hear me say that. So as you can see, we have the printed side and then we have the non-printed side. So either side would work. You could actually use this ribbon in reverse, right, Al? That way when you create your loops, you just see the little loop, the little polka dots on the inside. But we're not going to do that today. So since I want the polka dot showing, I'll place the ribbon upside down, rotate my Bowdabra. You can also rotate your hands, but over the years, I figured out that this works best for me. And then create your loops. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate it.
Hi, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Hi, Philip.
All right, so this is going to be a traditional bow, and if we have enough ribbon, I want to show you guys one more bow technique using this ribbon. I want to show you guys what it'll look like as a funky bow, because funky bows look like fireworks to me, and this ribbon would work great for the 4th of July, which I know for a lot of you seems like years away, right? But it's actually going to be here in the blink of an eye. I mean, today's already Valentine's Day. Feels like Christmas was yesterday, doesn't it?
I know, it's crazy.
So time flies by, and as a designer, it flies by even faster. So you got to make sure you're prepared, and that way you don't have to sit there and rush when the holiday approaches. So that's 4 loops on this side. That's 4 on the other side. Just for good measure, I'll do 1 more loop. So a lot of times I see you guys asking, well, Nick, can I do 3 loops on one side, and do I have to do 3 on the other side? Or if I do 4 on one side, do I have to do 4? I just do as many as my heart desires. So I don't put much thought into it. The general rule of thumb is the more loops you have, the more full your bow's going to be. But as I always say, you might not always want a super duper full bow. So sometimes just a few loops here and there does the trick. So we did 5 on one side, 4 on the other. The loops are about 4.5, 5 inches. They're not the smallest loops. Now we're just tying it off from behind. Give it 3 good knots to make sure it's not going anywhere. We've already dovetailed, so now we can just fluff this out. Pull apart each and every loop.
Hi, Jan. Hi, Donna.
Welcome, you guys. Fluff, fluff, fluff. We always spend a few extra minutes fluffing when we take pictures.
Carla says she loves her Bowdabra.
Awesome, Carla.
Hey, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne. Marianne was actually at the warehouse earlier. She picked up her order, and Marianne, being like me and being a shopaholic, she placed another order in the warehouse. So it was great to see you earlier, Marianne. And there's your traditional bow. How pretty is that?
So pretty.
What do you guys think? Hey, Darlene. I see almost 200 of you all. Thank you guys for tuning in. So very simple. Matches my shirt today. And I say my shirt, but the thing is we bought actually like 10 of these shirts in all different sizes because we were going to do a family photo shoot with this for a Christmas card, and it didn't happen. So every year I want to do a Christmas card. I want to do all of these fun things. But I think this year I'll let it slide. I say that each and every year.
We'll
but
have to do it early.
this year was a little chaotic for us. So that's that bow. Let's come back in with our large Bowdabra again. We got to cut another length of wire. So just snip.
Oh, thank you so much, Pam.
Pam says, thank you for all you do, Nick, behind the scenes. Without you and the family being by Nick's side and standing behind him, helping him out, I don't think he would be able to do all he does. And that is completely true, Pam.
Thank you so much.
I'm very appreciative of the family I got and the support I have. And you're right, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for them. So I did promise you another bow. So let's do another bow using this exact ribbon.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Dee.
Hey, Joe and Dee. Jody. All right, Alex is like, okay. So funky bow it is. We placed our wire in place. So for this bow, you can do a number of different things. You can pre-cut them, and let's try that. I don't think we've ever tried pre-cutting them ahead of time. So let's cut a bunch of tail, or basically tails, that are approximately 28 inches or so. So we typically cut as we go, but I know everybody learns differently and everybody does things differently. So maybe this will help somebody out that hasn't mastered this bow technique yet. So we'll cut between 5 and 7 that are about 28 inches long. Yes, you can order your Bowdabra through the link down below.
Teresa says, pretty red bow.
Yes.
Ian loves the red bow.
So now we're nearing the end of the roll of ribbon. And what happens when you near the end of the roll is it starts, not every ribbon, certain ribbons, it starts to get a little crinkly and a little wild. Are you able to notice that on your end? See how it's a little bit...
Yeah, I can see it on this one.
Yeah, so sometimes you can just straighten it out. Other times you just have to make it work. So I don't sit there and panic over things like that. It's not a faulty ribbon. It's just that it was wound so tight that that's what happens. So what we're going to do is just take our ribbon, place it on top of one another. If you want this bow to be perfect, you can line the tails up. Let's try that this time. We never do. Pinch down about 2.5, 3 inches. You can space them out at this time, or you can do it later on. Take that loop, place it inside. It's as simple as that. So we're going to do that to each and every piece. So again, just line up your ribbon, pinch, place it inside. And like I said, if you wanted to space them out, you can do so. Okay. So as always, we appreciate when you guys let us know that you enjoy watching us here on Bowdabra. Shares are appreciated, likes are appreciated, but the number one thing for me and the motivation where it comes from is when you guys let me know you enjoy our videos. So coming back in with our final 2 pieces.
Sue says, since the shirts are red, do a Valentine's Day family picture. We could, but we just missed it.
We missed it. So not everybody's going to be home tonight.
Pam would love to win some ribbon. And Bonnie asked, have you ever put starch on your bow?
I have not. So I know people starch their rag bows, I believe. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't really love the look of the rag bows. How about you, Alex? Have you seen those rag bows where they're made out of fabric, like scraps, and they, there's no wire in them?
Oh, yeah, they're like floppy.
She's
right?
like, yeah, they're like
kind
that. I'm not a huge fan of them, but, everybody has their own styles and tastes. But I know a lot of times people starch those kinds of bows. But for this ribbon, since it's wired, there's no need. A lot of people ask, how do I make it weather resistant? How do I make it stand up against the elements? And you really can't. If our skin gets damaged from the sun and you got to apply sunscreen, technically you could apply a sealant. But in my opinion, although I've never tried it, sealants and sprays, what ends up happening no matter what you do, they always yellow over time, right? So we have a white flocked Christmas tree that has been not taken down. The ornaments are off of it, but the tree's still up. And we've had it for 4 or 5 years now. It still looks brand new. The only thing is that since it's by a window, one side of it has turned a little bit yellow. So the sun, whether it's outside or inside, if the sun's hitting it, it does seem to fade over time. So I just deal with that because by the time something fades and by the time something is damaged, I'm sick of it anyway, right? So 2-3 years, if you get that much use out of it, you're good to go. Even 1 year is enough for me when purchasing things because I get sick of it and I want to update it and I want to change it,
Teresa asked, have you seen the trend of the oversized bows?
The oversized bows. I have not seen that. I've seen people use oversized bows, but I didn't know it was a current trend that we're having. Scale is a very important thing in my eyes. Oh, are you talking about those beautiful bow ties? I have seen those. Those are cute. Do you know which one she's talking about? If that's what she's talking about.
Like the big decorations?
They're like big, beautiful bow ties. I thought you just meant oversized bows that you work into a design. I'm not a fan of that, but those bow ties are cute. I've seen them. I don't know if I'll work with them, but they are very, very pretty. Okay, so we're going to just fluff this bow out. All of our tails are pretty much the same length. Loops are the same as well, so just pull apart those loops, give everything a good tug, good squeeze. Make sure there's no kinks or creases in your ribbon, which is hard when you're near the end of the roll. Okay. And there is a totally different looking bow using the same exact ribbon. So you don't have to purchase different ribbons for every product. Look, well, it needs a little bit more fluffing, but you guys get the gist of it. Traditional, funky, it just matters, what kind of style you want for any particular design. So that is 2 bows. Let's create another one using our large, and then we'll probably switch over to our mini and see if we can make a wreath bow for the wreath we're working on tonight using the mini.
Julie says, I've learned a lot by watching your lives. Thank you from the UK.
Well, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. And me and Alex have actually been to the UK. We actually went to London, and we enjoyed every minute of it inside the airport. So we were only there for, a couple hours, if that?
Maybe a few hours.
So we were at Heathrow, and what a large airport. So I would love to go back and actually travel London, and all of the other beautiful cities you guys have. Manchester, Essex, one of these days. So let's come back in with this black and white bow, or ribbon, because this ribbon is very, very pretty, and it works for everything. So I'll cut a long set of tails.
Cassandra asked, could you do a contrasting bow on top of that red bow?
You absolutely can. You could actually work in blue. You can work in black. This ribbon would look nice with that red as well. So I tend to work in 1 to 2 ribbons, typically, for most of my designs. I'm not a huge fan of working in 5-6 different types of ribbon. I like to, simplify a little bit more. But that, again, is just a personal preference. There's no right or wrong way when putting colors together. Of course, if they don't match, then, they're not matching. But if you like them, who cares what other people have to say? So I'll do 3 loops on either side that are about 3.5 inches or so. A little bit longer. There we go.
Diane loves the funky bow. Kathy loves the polka dots.
Yeah, let us know which of those are your favorite. So far we've done funky and traditional. This one is going to have our button loop in the middle. So that's 2 loops. We'll come back in with another. And another. Then we'll do 2 more on either side. Actually, what we tried last week, which I really liked, was just doing 1 on each side, right? But since we did that last week, let's do 2. Because all it takes is 1 loop, you guys, to have a totally different style. You know, it doesn't take much to really create a different effect, a different illusion. So we create wreaths pretty much every single day. Some days we do more than one. Like today, we're going to be making 4 wreaths or 5 wreaths altogether. And even then, after all these years, I still am able to be creative. I'm still able to be innovative just by switching out very minuscule details. You know, the size of the ribbon, slightly different colors, and it really changes the entire aesthetic.
Corinne says, hi everyone, I just got a glue skillet so much faster. Now I need this.
Yay, yes. You can order it through the link down below. We're going to take our wires. I'm going to take them, you know, so since we folded this wire in half, we have a cut end with 2 separate wires and then the loop. What happens is you're going to have the cut end on one side, the loop on the other. Doesn't make a difference, as you can tell. Just pull them to the middle, pull those 2 individual wires through that loop, and pull it tight. So now it's secured to the point where it's not going to fall apart, but not secured enough to secure to the wreath. So we're going to just take those wires, pull them to the back side of the bow, and tie it really, really tight.
Edna says she likes the button loops.
I love the button loops too. Okay, so now it's tied off. We have 4 tails on this because I was feeling a little bored of just doing 2. So what we're going to do is open up that button loop in the middle. That way I can kind of put my finger inside of it and keep everything in place.
Kim says she loves this one.
Thank you, Kim. Pull apart those 3 bigger loops.
Pamela loves them all.
Thank you, Pamela. Pull them apart. Give everything a good tug.
Robin loves the bows, all of them.
And look at that. I see we're at over 220. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's see. Thank you, Julie. All right. Who likes that bow? Simple, right? This would work great for Halloween. I mean, I can't put a holiday on this. This works for every single day of the year, every holiday, every season.
Thelma says, love your bows, especially the red one. Carol says, perfect.
Thank you, guys. So also don't forget, Bowdabra has their own free community page. It's called the Bowdabra Fan Gallery, so make sure to join. You can also join the Nick's Seasonal Decor Crafting community. Both groups are great, full of other creative people. Our group has tons of like seamstresses. I don't think that's the right word. We have tons of crocheters, tons of different artisans that you can learn from. So just because we design wreaths and bows does not mean you can't apply those techniques that you learn from others using the Bowdabra. So always keep that in mind. So a lot of you guys liked this beach ribbon last time, and we actually got a few messages asking for us to use it again because a lot of you are ready for beach season, it looks like. So Beth's favorite is the button bow. Nick, what is the macrame thing behind you? So Diane, this was... it's kind of off kilter. It's just hung up right now. That was a tutorial for the Wreath community last week, and I think it turned out really pretty. We were using something different. So for this bow, I want to try something really different. So we'll cut a set of tails.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. And I kind of like the way those tails are just curling up on their own anyway. So maybe we'll just leave it like that when we take a picture of it. Place those tails inside. Now what we'll do is we'll come back in with our ribbon. We'll do 3 loops that are about 5-6 inches. And this is 2.5 inch wired ribbon. So typically you see me deal a whole lot with 1.5 inch. And the reason for that is, like I said earlier, scale plays an important role with every design I create. So I don't love 2.5 inch as much as 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch I feel like I have a lot more possibilities for. But we still do use 2.5 inch, and I feel like we've used it a lot more recently than we have in the past. So that's 3 loops. Now let's come back in with our button and call this bow complete. So we'll just snip off that. This button loop is longer than others we've created. This is about 2.5, 3 inches, and that is still a-okay.
Pam says, love the black and white bow, but as always, Nick, you make beautiful bows.
Thank you.
Linda loves what you were making.
Thank you, Linda. So take those wires, pull them to the back. And tie.
Mary loves this ribbon.
So not every bow, see my philosophy towards bows is here I am each and every Monday on Bowdabra designing with bows, right? But my philosophy with bows is that there's a time and a place for bows. And I don't think a lot of designs need that big, over-the-top, super full, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types of ribbon worked into it. Sometimes less is more, and sometimes just the hint of a bow is all that it takes for a beautiful design. So here what we have is 3 larger loops, a small button loop, and that would look great just tucked into something. You know, you're not getting the full effect that you would with a funky or traditional bow. You're just getting a few loops with some longer tails, and it looks great.
You said exactly what Pamela just said. She said the style of bow depends on what project or occasion it's for.
Exactly. So not everything needs something over the top, and that is perfect. So a quick little simple tutorial for that one.
Julie says she treated herself to a Bowdabra before Christmas, and she loves it.
Awesome. So we're going to come back in with our wire. We're going to use our mini now. We're going to start working on our wreath. So we're going to cut a length. I like to cut it longer and then just trim up as necessary later on. We'll take that, work it into the mini, and the ribbon I want to use for tonight, we're keeping it very clean. We're using this white satin ribbon. This is a wired satin, so it's got that kind of shininess to it. So we'll just cut a length of tails for this.
Debbie says she used to buy 2.5 ribbon, and now watching you every week, she likes the 1.5 ribbon to make her bows.
Awesome. Yes, 1.5 inch. It's my favorite. Sharon would love to win a free roll of ribbon. Yes, let us know, you guys. They're going to be drawing a winner any minute. Come back in with the end. And for this bow, it's not going to require a whole lot. So let's do about 5 or 6 loops total.
Time is flying by tonight.
It is flying by tonight. Coming back in with another loop. Just repeat this process. This is the perfect ribbon, I say, for weddings. We designed with this ribbon last week. We designed a hoop wreath in the wreath community, and I really liked working with it because it just looks so clean. Just a clean white bow.
Hi, Nelda.
Hey, Nelda. There's our third loop. Let's do 3 on each side, and let's come back in with a couple more. I know we're not going to work in tons of florals into this, so we might as well work in a few extra loops to make up for that. That's another good thing to you guys, is know your products and know what your kind of final intent is supposed to look like. So if you're not using tons of florals and greenery, you might want to compensate for that by working in an extra loop or 2. And I'm also trying to see how much we can fit into this Bowdabra. So we lost that loop. We'll just squish it back in. We might have to hold it because we do have a lot worked in. Tuck it in. Can pull that in a little bit more.
Hey, Corinne. Maybe I'll pop on again tonight for you guys.
What are they saying?
Corinne says she misses me in the wreath community.
I know. Alex pops in when there's issues. All right. So we're going to tie this off. Yeah, we're making a cute bunny project later. Take those wires, tie them from behind.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob. The entire wreath community fam's here tonight.
I know.
So now that we have that, I'm not going to even bother fluffing it until we secure it. So we have these grapevines in stock at nickseasonaldecor.com. I don't know if we still have many left, but we are getting in another tractor trailer load of grapevines really, really soon. But this oval one was a little bit imperfect, which is why I'm using it tonight, just to show you guys that if you're dealing with imperfect grapevines, you still can make them work and turn them into something beautiful. So we'll just tie that bow right on.
We have our winner tonight.
Ooh, who's our lucky winner?
So our winner is Sharon K. Kistler-Weiss. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sharon. Let's all congratulate her. So Sharon, make sure to send a Facebook message to Bowdabra's business page, and they will be happy to send you the roll of your choice.
Hey, Lori. I thought you were coming to visit us today.
I know, Lori.
Hi, Marshall.
Hey, Marshall. Does Michelle have Happy Mail coming in? I think so, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Happy Mail.
We'll be on the lookout, I think. All right. There's the bow. Looking a little plain with just the bow, right? That's pretty, though. That's a nice ribbon. So what we got to do now is come back in with some florals. So as I said, we're keeping it white and keeping it clean. So we got some of these white lilacs, and we picked these up from Where Al? The dollar store. So we were going to use these in a dollar store project, which we didn't need all of them for. So we recorded the project, we held on to these flowers, and we're going to put them to use in a simple wreath. So this wreath would make a great gift for a teacher, for friends, for family, and you're not out crazy, crazy money. You're only investing a handful of bucks, right? It's not going to cost a whole lot to make something like this.
Hi, Danae.
Hey, Danae. Hey, Matt. Nice to see you. Place it down below as well. And then we'll take some more. I want this to be a little bit fuller with these white blooms. I think it'll look really elegant. So we'll take a few more of them.
Anne got her order today.
Awesome, Anne. Thank you for your order.
Thank you, Anne.
So that's one.
I believe I packed it. I think I did.
I think you did, yeah. All right. Yep, Canada in the house, right?
Yes.
Alex helps pack the international orders. She always loves seeing where they're going, right? It's always fun.
Yeah.
So we'll take more of these beautiful flowers and work them in.
Robin says ribbon is another addiction of hers.
Right? You can never have too much ribbon. Actually, never mind. Scratch that. I take it back. I have too much ribbon. That's why we're giving so much of it away, because we just got way too much. But that's what happens. When you collect over the years, you sit there and you're like, I'll put it to use. I'll eventually get around to using it. And you're right. You will eventually get around to using it. But will you get around to using it quick enough? So we have a couple more flowers. See, Alex is laughing because she knows exactly how I could be on hoarders, you guys. Not like the dirty hoarders. I'm talking like just an accumulation of stuff. But it's just craft supplies because I feel like I declutter everything else. Alex, on the other hand, she is a hoarder of clothes.
I know.
Not so much shoes. I think you've parted with a lot of the old ones that you don't wear anymore.
I know. I go through phases of what I like to collect.
She
Kelly
does.
says, got my order packed by Alex. Next, she needs more stickers. I know, we ran out.
I know. See, you can blame Alex. She's the sticker maker in this house. What do you think? Didn't that turn out cute?
Pretty.
So let's just talk about a couple quick rules to follow when designing. Let's just cover a few of the basics instead of just showcase the bows. Typically, I work with 1.5 inch ribbon. It's my favorite size, due to its versatility. You can use this ribbon on narrow reeds like 14 inch, 18 inch. You can use them on centerpieces. 2.5 inch is great if you want to really make that pattern like bold, or if you're just using a few products. You could work in 2.5 inch on this, but I feel like such a small frame, this size is appropriate. You can absolutely do combos. You can do whatever combo your heart desires. I am a firm believer in, if you like it, that's all that matters, right? Who cares what other people think? Even if the colors don't look that great together to other people. If you like them, that's fine. When pairing up patterns, I typically like to stick with solids paired up with polka dots or stripes in this case, or chevron or plaids. I don't love mixing too many different types of prints. So like this is a great combo. Maybe the white wouldn't look best, but I wouldn't take something like this and stick it with another pattern like the stripes. See, that doesn't look nice together. Wired ribbon, I know that's a question we get asked a lot. I only use wired ribbon in my artificial designs, but I am planning on doing a project once I find my non-wired ribbon. So if you guys want to see that on Bowdabra, let me know and we can design a few non-wired ribbons because they're still very pretty, and I typically reserve those for my fresh floral designs. So let's do a recap of the bows we made tonight. Here's just a simple 4-loop bow that you can add flowers, starfish, a mermaid if you wanted to. That doesn't take away from your design. We created, of course, our beautiful wreath right here. We also created this bow that has a button loop in the middle to finish it off. We worked in 4 sets of tails on that. We worked in a polka dot ribbon to create this pretty traditional bow, and we'll fluff everything out and take final pictures and send them over to Bowdabra as well. And we created, lastly, the funky bow. So this was near the end of the roll, so it's a little bit crinkly, but it still looks great, right? So thank you all so much for watching. I'm Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor. You're watching me on Bowdabra. We are live here each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for all of the love that you shared tonight. You can order your products through the link down below. Be sure to join the Bowdabra fan gallery and join the Nick's Seasonal Decor crafting community. So love you all, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.